going to have to cut your teeth on an issue. And you're going to have to figure out what that issue is. And you're going to have to stand for something that you believe in and not waver on whatever that issue is. But you have to define who you are and what you stand for, what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. As we deal with the issues of the urban core, one of the things you need to know is that many of these situations derive because parents are not storing their guns. And it's time to say to those parents who know their children have illegal guns in their possession, we're not accepting it. So while I appreciate the national conversation, I want to bring attention to what is happening in our urban cities. Your bill calls into question, how are our children in the state being treated? And I believe, as you know, that every single child deserves to be loved and have a very safe environment, and there are many kids who don't have that now. There are so many kids who are in foster care, but then there are so many kids who just don't have that infrastructure, that family infrastructure in place. This bill is about transparency. Communities want to make smart decisions. The families don't talk at all. And sometimes, not all of those issues, the diet, not all of the issues that need to be addressed are addressed. You know, I do what my constituents tell me to do. You know, that's who I answer to. So, and they also told me the amount of money they'd lose out of their municipalities if they did not have this. First of all, I know it's a federal term, but we should use the term undocumented immigrants instead of aliens because it has a negative connotation. If it takes 2-3 weeks to contact federal government to figure out what the status is of a person, how much is that going to cost the municipality? About 6 decades ago, 46,000 tons of uranium was poured into the ground of my district, and this concurrent resolution is urging the EPA to deal with the situation. We were able to negotiate and compromise. Not everything in this bill do we all like. And there was a lot of frustration a couple of days ago, but at the end of the day, the next morning, we were able to come up with something that we all had input in. When I found out that there are people misusing these cards and the TANF funds, I was very upset. These funds are supposed to be used for families that are in need, and specifically for children who are in need. This legislation is pretty much like the PTO. Family members would have an opportunity to meet on occasion at the nursing home to talk about the conditions of their loved ones. This applies to the health status. This applies to the making sure that meds are given to these loved ones in nursing homes on time and appropriately. And so I just wanted to make sure that nursing homes are more accountable. That language that you allowed on the bill is very, very important. My hope is that we can move this into the House and that it does not become a Christmas tree.
Our issue is that young black men have easy access to guns, live in high poverty areas, and are trying to get out of the hood, as some say. We have to start engaging and dealing with this issue of gang activity when kids are in elementary school. By the time a kid reaches 3rd grade, he or she has already been exposed to extreme poverty. And there are many people who are out there who are against my bill, and I say to them, does a black life not count equally to the life of any other child? Because I believe that every life is equal and every life is important.